the SWAPS program, which
is it better?
Which is called Science with and for Society program, and this project began in 2017 and is ending in June 2021. But first of all, I would like to insist on the enabling environment who made this opportunity possible. First of all, our institution is a public health institution, and as a public health institution who is committed to answer in a more socially responsible way to the needs of the citizens and the needs of the society in general. We have here the opportunity really to try to find innovative ways to put together actors and who are not used to work together in order to really to find new solution to public health issues. That's why I would like to insist on our mission, which are public health activities, diagnosis and vaccination, research and development, which is done in 9 laboratories. And in these 9 laboratories, we are focusing on public health issues that are concerning our country. And the third mission is manufacturing of vaccines and sera for the needs of the country. After the institutional context, I would like to now talk about the national or the regional context, which is the revolution in 2011, which gave us more transparency, freedom of speech, and especially, of course, for young people, for youth in general. And it made also possible the rise of a very active civil society involved in the decision-making process. All this is also in synergy with a research and innovation system, national system, who is more responsive to the needs of the society and more inclusive in its politics. So this makes a more interesting environment to promote a transgenerational and transdisciplinary action. At the international level, and especially at the European level, we were influenced, let's say, or we were inspired by a concept developed by the European Commission called Responsible Research and Innovation. The Responsible Research and Innovation is trying to put together actors who are not used to work together, which are decision makers, scientists, education, companies, and civil society, around 6 pillars, which you can see, that you can see in the slides. And we are here focusing more on the public engagement pillar, but we are also taking into account all the other pillars in our action, and you will see it later. So as I said, this science shop was created in the context of the Inspires project. And the objective of this project is really to build a kind of bridge between civil society organization and academia. The Inspires project is coordinated by the highest global institutional, the Barcelona Institute for Global Health, with the involvement of many European partners, but also non-European like Tunisia and Bolivia. And we are also involving local partners like universities, civil society organization, research center in the field of health, environment, but also management or development in general. And now, when you are talking about science shop, maybe it's something that is not well known in the scientific community. That's why I think it's important to propose you a definition. The first definition that you can see in Wikipedia is a science shop is really here to provide an independent participatory research support in response to concerns experienced by civil society. So this model is really here to facilitate collaborative research, so maybe transdisciplinary, based on concerns brought by civil society. And it includes students, so youth. And the idea is really to create synergies between social issues and scientific development. In the world, we have a lot of science shops, and especially in Africa. We have at least 7 or 8 of, I'm not remembering exactly the number, but we have a lot of science shops in Africa, and especially in French-speaking Africa. That's why they built a network called Multiplicity of Actors. We also have a European network called Live in Knowledge. I think it was created at the beginning of 2000. And the idea is really here to give you, let's say, a picture of the different science shops that are existing around the world. And as you can see, maybe these science shops it can be in CS and civil society organization, in research center, and in universities. The actor of a science shop project, okay, because the science shop is creating project between different kind of actors. The actors of this science shop are in general, we are putting together 4 actors. The first one is the civil society. The second one is the science shop, of course, which is the institution, like us, the Institut Pasteur de Tunis. The third one is the scientist, and the fourth one is the student. The process of a science shop project begins with the collection of needs, okay, and after after the collection of needs, we select the needs and we disseminate at the end the results of the project that is implemented by different actors. So I will go through more details now. First of all, we collect the need here at the Institut Pasteur de Tunis thanks to an online call, and this online call is put for 1 month. In general, it's in September, and thanks to this procedure, we collected more than 100 social needs during 3 calls between 2017 and 2019, especially thanks to an active communication and a partnership with a Tunisian civil society platform called Hichem. And in this online call, the civil society organization are meant to submit a need who is in synergy with common good, but also they have to justify on an experience on the subject that is submitted. After the collection of a need, we evaluate and we select the social need that will be transformed into research project. And the selection is done by a committee made up of members of the science shop, researchers from several disciplines, and civil society representative, and of course, students. The participatory research selection process is made in 3 steps to guarantee that the selected needs are the best ones to be converted into research projects, because after this selection, we will give human resources to this project, but also a budget, so it is important to be sure of the choices that we made. So after the selection, there is a step which is maybe the most important step, which is called the reformulation process. The reformulation process is a workshop that is organized between the actors of the science shop project. And as you can see, we have 4 types of actors, like it was said just before: the student, the scientist, who can be, for example, here a virologist, someone representing the science shop, and of course, the civil society representative. And this is where the need is meeting the expertise of the scientist. and this is what is helping us really to transform the need into a scientific project. Okay. After the beginning of the project, so just after the reformulation process, we are launching a selection of students, and to implement the project, because the student will be in charge of this project totally. And in general, we are calling for master students, and we are insisting on the fact that the student should be sensitized on the relationship between science and society, and the importance of the role of science in society. After that, we implement the project. So since it is generally done by a master student, the duration of the project is between 6 and 10 months. And as you can see, the variety of the projects give us the opportunity really to promote a transdisciplinary and transgenerational, but also on the field project for the students, and which is a very, very huge experience for the students. But according to the testimonials that we have, are helping them a lot to be more efficient after their the implementation of the project in their own career, and maybe in the rest of their curriculum. After the implementation of the project, of course, we have results, and these results, and it is important as a science shop, but also as a structure who is committed really to work directly with the society and to have an impact. Thanks to these results, we are trying to restitute the results according, of course, to our priorities, but also to the priorities of the project. So we are trying to do advocacy to decision makers. We do scientific conferences that are done by the students in general. We restitute also the results of the project to the patients or to the citizens that are involved in the student. And of course, we have the master defense, who is done by the student. In addition to that, we also do an impact evaluation in a collaborative way, in a participatory way, which is done on an online platform developed by the Inspires project, and it is freely available for everyone. And this impact evaluation is done through these 5 pillars. And as I said, this impact evaluation should be done by the 4 actors that are involved in the science shop project. In addition to the project, the science shop team is also monitoring and giving trainings to the actors of the project, because, as I said at the beginning of this presentation, we are here involving people that are not used to work together, and especially for students who are not used maybe to be in the professional context. Okay, so the idea is really to give them the tool to be able to work in this very, very innovative context, but also to give them the information to be more efficient in the implementation of their own project. So we are trying to do on the field trainings for the actors, but also virtual trainings, okay, at the national, but also at the regional level. And this one was done at the African level. Here's a project who is done between Tunisia and Italy, and completely done between by PhD students, in order to better understand the mental health issues that are very specific to PhD students. And this is done in collaboration between the civil society here in Tunisia, composed by PhD students, and another civil society in Italy, which is related to University of Florence in Italy. And this is a way also to promote transnational approach in the science show project. So I want to finish my my presentation really by showing you this picture, which is a picture took during the spring school that was organized in this Pasteur in Tunis 2 years ago, and this training was done at the African level. And I want you to really focus on the different faces that you can see, because as you can see, we have a very different type of actors. We have students, we have civil society organization, we have people from different countries, from different culture, and this is really the way that we are thinking, and we are trying to promote also our approach here, which is really to put together people who are not used to work together, but who has the same issues and a kind of same approach that science should be more at the service of society, but definitely in a more systemic point of view and more transdisciplinary and transgenerational approach. Thanks a lot for your attention. We are here, of course, to answer to your questions, and I will put some references at the end of my presentation, the PDF version, and thanks again.
Thank you very much for this presentation, Hichem.